So the gate, I built this right before James was born. When we bought this house, it had a lift out section on the ditch side in our backyard, missing every other picket, so it would be light enough to pick up. A, that's a pain for me. B, it looks awful. And C, coming up a steep ditch into your backyard, it's really not ideal for a tractor. So I got the idea, there's 8 foot wide here between these trees all the way to the street behind the camera here. I thought, why not just drive through there? It's wide enough I can drive my whole trailer right in there. So what I did was I didn't want it to look like an opening from the outside. Not that I'm afraid of people breaking in, I just wanted it to look nice. So what I did was I took all the pickets off this entire section, and then I ran 2x4s across, and then I reattached them to the 2x4s. Once I got them all attached, I added these hinges, and I've got leg screws into the 2x4s. And 3, 1, 2, 3. And the last thing I did was I slipped the Sawzall in, just like the vehicle, and I cut right where I wanted the hinge to be. I cut down, I took a hinge off, cut, put it back on, went down, and I freed it there, in the middle, and there. And in that way, it stayed lined up pretty well. Now it's sagging a little bit here, and that's because it's been 5 years, and that's just the nature of gates, it sags. But it looks really nice. Most people that I talk to when they find out where I live, and I tell them that there's a gate there, they don't even know there's a gate. And that was the whole idea. I even painted all the black hardware frame, and I did the whole thing, and I did the fence. No. But yet, when you open both the doors, this is an 8 foot wide opening. I can drive my Harbor Freight trailer through here, my tractor. I even back the pickup truck bed through this. So it works out great. It's not high enough for a pickup truck. I did that intentional. I didn't want the doors to be super tall because there used to be a 4x4 in the middle here. This wall catches the west wind. So I did cut a 4x4 out, and so I didn't want the fence to be wobbly. That's why I left this upper 2 feet intact. I'll show you on the other side, I ran 2x4s, new ones across, and that keeps this upper section really strong. I did have plans to make it removable with some latches, I just never got around to it, and I've never needed to.
You're opposed to the action.
So to keep the gate in place, I just pounded a piece of pipe into the ground that the pin sits in. That keeps this door real strong. That's what it looks like from the inside. The last thing I added, partially for the wind and partially for security, because I do have little kids, is I added this piece of wood. It's got 2 hooks on either door. That keeps that as now as a solid unit. Can't get in, keeps the kids in, and in the wintertime I don't have to worry about the wind blowing the gates open. You can see I got the pin down here into a pipe, like I said. And you can see here that this is a new 2x4, 1, 2, 3 across. I studied some gate designs and I noticed that they all have an angle from the lower hinge up to the top on the outside of the door. So I copied that and it seems to work pretty well. There's no real way to make a 4-foot door not sag a little bit. I added these verticals just for somewhere to mount this. Then you can see up here, I've got 2 brand new 2x4s and I actually added a second up here. And then I've got those same metal angle brackets here and here, just for a little extra strength, because I really wanted that upper section to tie the 2 halves. This is an 8 foot tall fence, and it takes a lot of wind load in the wintertime. It worked out pretty well.